Hello again, everyone. Today's video is going to be a social studies video with a little bit of math using the scale that you can see here at the bottom, and of course some English with the sentences being written in a complete sentence. So like I said, today's video is basically a social studies lesson. As you can see here, I've got a map of the 7 wonders of the world, and I've got a key on the left side here with all the wonders of the world here. And then on the right side of it, I've got the map of where their locations are here. So what I'm going to do is give you 3 questions. What we're going to do is do 3 questions, and we're going to answer them to the best of our ability using this map and this key and this scale. So and at the end of the video, if you would like to continue with the bonus activity, I'll have 3 different questions available for you to use, and you can answer those 3. And as always, they're similar but not exact, and you can forward that to me. I'll get into that more as we near the end of this video. But first, let's look at the first 3 questions here before I show you the bonus questions. Okay, let's have a look at them now. Question number 1 says, which wonder was located at Ephesus? So we're going to be looking at the map here, and we want to find out which wonder was located at Ephesus. So what we need to do is find Ephesus. Now, if I'm not saying this right, I apologize. These are words I don't really say that often in general conversations, and they only pop up when I do particular lessons like this. So if I'm not saying it right, my apologies. So anyways, let's continue. So on the map, I want to find where Ephesus is, and here it is, Ephesus. And now I want to see, looking at the key here, which wonder of the world is located there. So I'm looking at the symbols here. So I'm looking at the symbol here above Ephesus. Now I'm looking at the key for that symbol, and here it is. So my answer for number 1 would be the temple of Artemis is located at Ephesus. Number 2, which wonder was the furthest south? So again, I'm looking at my map, and in the top right hand corner, as you can see, we've got ourselves a compass there telling us the directions, and I want to find out which wonder was the furthest south. So basically I'm looking at south here on the compass. Now I want to find the wonder that's the furthest south on the map. So if I'm looking, I can see that the pyramids of Egypt, which is right here, appear to be the furthest south on this map. So that's the answer. So my answer, the way I would write it would be, the pyramids of Egypt are the furthest south. Number 3, name the wonder in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. So again, I'm looking on the map. Now I want to find the Mediterranean Sea, and here it is. And I basically want to find the wonder that's in the middle, or closest to the middle, I should say. There are some that appear to be maybe in the Mediterranean, but maybe more coastal. And the one that appears to be pretty much in the middle would be this one here. And as if I'm looking at my key for the matching one, I find it's this one, which is the Colossus of Rhodes. So the way I would answer number 3 would be, the Colossus of Rhodes is located in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. So that's pretty much what I'm going to have you do for the bonus activity. Is I'll give you 3 different questions, and you can answer them pretty much the same way as I've done here. Of course, you don't have to answer in a complete sentence the exact same way I do, but it needs to be a complete sentence. It needs to have a capital at the beginning, and it needs to have a period at the end. So here are the bonus questions that I have for you. And as I've been saying, make sure you just answer them in a complete sentence with a capital at the beginning or a period at the end. Just basically as you saw me do with the previous 3 questions, and you've seen me do in other videos as well. So I'm going to read through these 3 just so you get familiar with them, and don't worry about pronouncing them correctly or not, because this isn't an oral assessment, this isn't an oral reading or anything like that. So long as you spell it correctly and it's capitalized where it should be for those names of those places, then it'll be fine. So let's look at number 1 now. Which wonder was the furthest north? So again, just to remind you, there's your compass up in the right-hand corner there, and they basically want you to answer which wonder is the furthest north. Number 2, approximately how far are the pyramids of Egypt from the lighthouse of Alexandria? So in the previous lesson, you saw me use a ruler to measure the lengths of the item in that video. Here we're using the scale, and as you can see, I've got both miles and kilometers here as a representation. So doing the best you can, this is going to be an estimation. So with your best estimation, tell me how many miles or kilometers the pyramids of Egypt are from the lighthouse of Alexandria. Okay, so you can choose which one to use, miles or kilometers. Just make sure in your answer you write down miles and kilometers. If you fail to put the answer in miles or kilometers, I actually meant to say whatever answer you choose. So if you say it's 100 miles, say 100 miles. Or if you say 200 kilometers, make sure you write 200 kilometers. So you don't have to say both miles and kilometers. Whichever one you choose, please make sure you are very clear that it's miles or kilometers. If you don't write that in clearly, you most likely will miss part of this. You won't get the full score. You might get some points, but you're not going to get the full amount of points, most likely. I know in the previous video on measurement, I talked about how if you didn't put, like kilograms or centimeters, you would miss the whole thing. That's just one single answer. Here, this is a written answer, but you still need to write it in a complete sentence, indicating miles and kilometers in order to get the full mark. Okay, so don't forget to write which one you choose down clearly so you get the full points. Number 3, which country is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in? So again, you're going to be looking at the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, and you want to tell me or write down which country it is in on this map. And that's pretty much all I want you to do. So make sure you just write clearly and neatly, as always. And you don't have to print this out. You could just write the questions down on line paper and hand it in to me like that. And I would be totally okay with that. Just make sure, if you're going to write it down on line paper, that you write the question clearly and you write your answer clearly as well. So if you can print this out, awesome. Print it out, write your answer underneath each question. But if you're not able to, again, like as always, take a screenshot, copy, and on a separate piece of paper, lined paper preferably, copy the question neatly and clearly, and write your answer down neatly and clearly as well. And hopefully I can get some feedback from you guys, and I can make a video demonstrating how you answered the questions, and you can see how I do my marking. That'll do it for today's video. And as always, I appreciate you spending part of your day with me, listening and watching my video. And I hope I see you guys soon on the next one. Thank you once again for joining in today's lesson. Please message me through Facebook Messenger, or you can email me at jollyformore@gmail.com to learn more about my online tutorial service. Please leave a comment down below. If you know someone interested in hiring an online tutor, share this video. And if you would like to get a bell notification for all my newest videos, please subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. And until then, please be safe out there. Have a great day.